And we're live. Another impromptu from Toronto worldwide. Yes. A couple days before Christmas. We're almost there, everybody. We're almost there, even though it doesn't feel like. We got 3 people in the house, and I'm watching those 3 people. I'm going to watch very carefully. But I do want you to say hello as you come in. It would mean the world to me because I love seeing my friends. And even if you're watching the recorded broadcast, be sure to say hello. I always wonder, like, we usually get anywhere in between 40, 50, 60, 70 people in here, but after a couple days, there's 1,000 views on these live streams. Who's watching these things? And what exactly are you watching for? What do you want when you're watching? What kind of content is it that you're specifically here for? Let me know, because that could affect what we talk about. I'm always curious, what do people come here for? Is it for the perfume stuff? Is it for the guests? Is it for the personal stuff, the life stuff? What's up, Daniel? I see you, buddy. We are here, all 3 of us. Now we're at 8. What's happening? 8. I see my buddy the Duck, Rich Mitch, is going live at 3 with Your Rose. We'll be done by then. I promise, Rich. I promise. Wasn't even really planning. I was thinking about coming on last night. You know, it was really quiet. I was doing absolutely nothing. I was laying here and just like enjoying my own company. So strange. That's something I've mastered this year, is just enjoying being alone with myself and not being bored or needing anything to fulfill me. So I'm here to dump hot takes. I bet you are. I bet a lot of people are too. So yeah, that's one thing I've really mastered this year, is just being content with being alone with myself and not having to go out and do something specifically to have fun. Right, Daniel? We're at 11. So Rich is going to go live at 3 with Yura. So we'll be gone by then. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was going to go live last night. I saw nobody was on. Late at night, I was up till well past 3, maybe 4 a.m. Just chilling, just vibing, vibing with the universe. And I don't know. It's like, I'm just going to enjoy my own peace. Is this live? Both, Bri. If you're here now, it's live. And if you're watching it later, it was live at one time, but it's live for you in that moment. So enjoy. I saw, Bri, that you picked up Bellam. I do want to, yes, I want to remind you guys, because I've posted this on Instagram, and since then, there's been a couple of purchases, but I've added a free shipping code. It was like for my birthday, just to kind of celebrate up until Christmas. There's a free shipping code on Les Ups today. Free ship. So, and a couple people, there's been a couple of orders that have gone through already, and people aren't using the code. So just reminding you, there is a free shipping code with Bellam and La Doulette skis. So use it. Use it, even though shipping is damn costly these days. Let me put that up as a reminder. We'll do a little bit of promo here. Let me create a banner. Sorry, I got to do this, guys. I got to do this. Okay. If I can hawk other people's products, I can definitely hawk my own. So what should I put here? Free ship at Let's see if this works. Hang on a second. There we go. 1 second here. I'm almost with you. There we go. A reminder, a friendly reminder. What's up, Bilbo? Good seeing you. What are everybody's plans for has your weekend started already? I've got a million things to do. There's a massive storm warning going on here in Canada. They don't want us to leave our houses and shit. It's going to be outrageously bad, but I got to go out and start my Christmas shopping. I pretty much know what I got to get and where I got to go, but it's just a matter of getting there and doing it. So, and I know the roads are going to be awful. The malls are going to be packed. What's up? Flava sauce. Hi, fragrant people. Drop your scent of the days in the chat. I actually haven't applied anything yet, but watching I was talking to Rich Mitch yesterday, and I'm not sure if you've seen his video or his post, but he got a fake Sahara Noir because somebody in the comments had mentioned, hey man, hey bud, like I'm not trolling you or anything, but it looks like your bottle might be fake just because of some of the things on the decal were off, like the lettering, the spacing, the capitalizations of ML. So Rich has figured that he had purchased a fake, and he's not happy about it. I don't blame him. I don't think I've ever gotten a fake from what I know, but I don't sit there and like analyze the crap out of my bottles. And most of my things come from authorized retailers too. It's not very often I'll purchase secondhand. I mean, I have, right? I have, but it's not very often. I already have 6 items on the way to me. Damn, is that all for yourself? Christmas presents. What did you get? You know, I got to be honest, I didn't buy myself anything for birthday this year or a Christmas present. The day came and it wasn't even a thought. It was like I didn't even think of it. Like, should I get myself for birthday? No, I never even thought about. And it's been, that's never happened before. It's never happened. Felt like Eugene with the girl on X-Ray spent 1K in a day for the first time. I spent 1K in one day many times, man. Many, 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 many times. This is not even funny. Yeah, a lot, maybe way too many times. Like more than I want to remember. Like embarrassingly so. Masterclass, they're working. Daniel, we got to get together some. I know we keep saying this, but yeah, we should hook up somewhere sometime soon. And just talk about perfume and life. And Daniel's a super cool dude. Daniel's one of those guys. He's been on the channel and he's got like something. He's got like knowledge on any topic that you talk about. It's almost like hanging out with Google or something, right? Daniel's just one of those guys, kind of like Rich Mitch. You know, whatever the topic is, these guys know something about it. Like, and then more, a lot more. I've not heard of this. Is that Parfum de Empire? Aziad. Senade Rue Cambon. Justin, guess what? Guess what? That was my scent of the day yesterday. 31 Rue Cambon. And this is the Eau de Toilette. And it is glorious. Glorious. I thought, just as I said, I didn't buy myself anything for my birthday. My birthday was on the 21st. What was that? Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday. I love not knowing the times or the days, or that's how I want to live through the rest of my life, is not knowing what day it is. But yes, my birthday was on Wednesday, and I was like, maybe I should get the Eau de Parfum, but I resisted. It's like, I've got a ton of this, right? I'm not getting the new one until I use all this up. And I know it's discontinued, but I don't have a problem using it. I mean, it's made and it's purchased to use. Once I'm gone, God only knows what's going to end up with these, so it doesn't really matter, right? I don't plan on selling them, and I don't think my kids are ever going to want to wear 31 Rue Cambon. So I'm going to use the shit out of this. I'm actually going to wear this right now. It's that beautiful. Oh, it's like citrus and bergamot and iris. It's so crisp and dense, and there's a huge amber component to it. I love it. This is a masterpiece. This is Absolutely brilliant. I love the rubbery fungal iris component to it. Is yours 100 mil? No, mine is the 50. Rich's was the 100 mil, and I believe hundreds were what testers came in. That was a big tip off. Yeah, I think the testers come in 100 though. I'm pretty sure I've seen testers in 100. Bry's in Bois d'Armony. So cold out today and going to late Christmas shop. I'm going to late Christmas shopping, and my scent of the day yesterday and now today as well. So here we go. I love this. This could be easily a signature scent. Easily. What's up, baby? Good seeing you, Al. Thanks for all your messages. Al's constantly like, he's checking in, saying hello, and I appreciate that. Sending me pictures of himself in his quatrefoil, his favorite quatrefoil shirt, as he's whipping guys 30 years younger than him in tennis matches. So cheers, Al. Congratulations. Valerie Corbin says, Parfum de Marley finally sent me some samples. Congrats, man. What did you do with them? What did you think of them? So I'll be honest, I just don't connect with this brand. And it's not that their perfumes are shit. It's just that they're not for me. They're a very different style and type of perfume that I don't get joy and pleasure out of. But that's okay, because a lot of you guys won't get joy and pleasure out of this, and I'm okay with that. I don't need you to get joy and pleasure. I want you to get joy and pleasure out of the things that you love, not the things that I love, not the things that Al Manzano loves, but find what you love. That's the most important thing. Find what drives you, what makes you happy. I never saw 31 Rue Cambon as feminine at all. Who said it was feminine? Did I say it was feminine? I think it's all right. And I hate these gender things because they're so hard to define. Like, what is masculine? What does masculine mean? There's obviously like the masculine you refer to, like when you're in the Matrix and you have this belief of what masculinity is, but you can ask 100 guys, what does masculine mean? You're going to get 100 answers. It's possible you're going to get 100 answers. So, and that's really why I think anybody can wear anything. Is it feminine? So traditionally, it might be a little bit feminine. It's not masculine, like traditionally, matrixly speaking, it's not masculine at all. There's nothing masculine about it. Just a big floral bomb. What's up, Ringo? How are ya? Has your bottle arrived? Please tell me it's arrived. Justin says he has the EDP and it's glorious. I bet it is. I bet it is. This is really special. It's like hauntingly beautiful, right? Opening of 31 Rue Cambon reminds me of Royal Oud. See, there's another brand. Just talking with Rich, like great brand, but I just can't get on with it. Like those to me, they push, their fragrances really push like traditionally masculine. And I don't like that. Like they almost feel like try hard for me. Very woody, very spicy, too fresh. Like I need my florals. I want my dirty, skanky, decaying florals. That's what I want. That's all I want. I don't care about your pink pepper and your oud. I don't want it. Great fragrances, but they're just not for me. But however, I really did like Viking. And I was telling Rich, I was like, if this was 3 or 4 years back, I probably would have picked up Viking by now. But I'm just like, I'm enjoying it. Every time I go into Holtz, I spray a little bit on. And I'm not sure why all the hate for Viking. I thought it was a really good. It's a dark perfume. It's probably one of their darkest. I find it darker than Royal Oud. Sold my 31 Rue Cambon Ramsey. Pelham is a better. Wow, really? You sold 31 Rue Camp? Like, I appreciate the compliment, but You didn't like Rue Cambone, and Ramsey actually said the opposite. Ramsey loved Belle Homme, but he prefers 31 Rue Cambone. Damn. Damn. Really? I I, I think the iris in Belle Homme is more prominent, and it's probably of a higher quality. There's no doubt. But is it a better perfume? Mm, mm, I don't know. I I mean, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say nothing. 31 is my favorite Chanel. Really started loving it this year. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. I love it. PDM known designer sent DNA at increased price. Yeah. They're like they're like a couple of steps above designer, and they're a little bit more creative, but they still kind of have those fillers inside of them that drive me nuts, right? Those fillers that help carry, like they're like carrying agents to help project and push the oils off of the skin. That's my problem with most of those types of fragrances. Watching from Philadelphia, says Tony Gems. Memo Oriental Leather. Nice. Love leathers. Anuj Patel in the house. Winter storm scent of the day. La Doulette skis. What's up, Anuj, buddy? Are you shoveling the driveway, dude? It's going to get ugly. The roads they're dead. There's nobody on the roads. It looks like nobody's gone to work. Nobody's gone Christmas shopping. What's up, Super King? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Good afternoon, says Daryl. So it's almost 1:30. Rich is going to go on at 3. I haven't seen Rich. Where are you, Rich? Where are your Rose? They're going to go on together, and they're going to have a pre-Christmas stream. I don't know. Do I feel you have an advanced sense of smell? What do you mean by advanced? Do you mean like I can take this so many different ways. I think it's experienced. I think I've smelled a lot of things where um, even just smelling them in perfume and never in real life that I've smelled some things enough times where I can actually appoint like a not a judgment, but let's say like almond, right? Almonds in perfume smell very different than in real life. In real life, like almonds don't really have that smell. To me, almonds smell almost like I'm chewing on wood chips. I don't feel like I'm eating almonds for their taste. After you like chew on them enough, they get kind of buttery. That's kind of gross. It leaves a really bad texture in my mouth. But the smell of almonds are very different in perfume. And if I were to never smell an almond in real life, because the smell of almonds in perfume is very different than the smell of natural almonds. So I know the smell because in perfume, because I've smelled it so many times, even though it doesn't smell like real almonds to me. Hello from Jamaica. We're all big fans. Awesome. Good to see you, Jamaica. Yeah, we got a lot of regular Jamaicans. How fascinating is that? Big Bob is from Jamaica. He's always watching. He's always commenting. Actually, I haven't seen or heard from him in a while. Strange, but yeah, like Bob is always messaging and sending great vibes. He's awesome. So welcome. But it's surprising, to hear people from Jamaica. I just imagine it's so like warm and hot, and perfume would be like the last thing people care about in that sort of weather. But cool. Welcome, Jamaica. I'd love to go to Jamaica one day soon. Neighbors are Jamaican. They're a fucking riot. I remember when the neighbor's wife died, and Barbara, he's like, Bara Bara die. And, for the whole weekend, they had thousands of people come in their house. They had a party. The music that was coming out of that place was so loud, my walls were vibrating. I thought they were gonna crack. I was like, "These guys really know how to celebrate life." Very different than how we do here in, from Europe. We mourn and you're supposed to be sad and not listen to any music and just look down at the ground, right? But these people celebrate life much differently. I was like, this is much cooler. It's not as depressing. This is actually fun. I want to go over. Then why did you get? Yeah, good question. Good question. I don't know why I got Uncut Gem, but I don't love it. What do you think Justin Trudeau wears? Probably Creed. Okay, hopefully soon, buddy. Hopefully soon. What's up, Lester? How you doing? Send de Hombre Supreme. Nice. What's up, Rachel? How are you doing? Good to see you. Hope the baby is good. Hope are you ready for Christmas? Everything's good. I wear Queer Russie and leather oud with no shame. Good for you, man. Awesome. Awesome. What's up, Sean? My favorite leather is Queer Russie. Yes. Yes, mine too. All-time favorite. Might be one of my favorite perfumes ever. I'm not sure if I would choose it, like if I only had one left, but it's my favorite leather by far. We're snowed in too. Believe it or not, I've bought and discovered Queer Russie and adore it. Discovered and love also Dime Blonde from Louton's. Very good indeed. Queer Russie is a masterpiece. The idea of it is a masterpiece. Now, obviously, there's going to be so many different concentrations, and people are going to say you need the vintage. Fine, fine. It probably is better and thicker and richer and fuller and deeper and all of that jazz. But just the idea of Queer Russie is, I love it. I love it's brilliant. Thierry says new Chanel exclusive for 2023. Fingers crossed. Yes, I would love that. I would definitely be in for that. Absolutely. Super King says, I heard that you heard. Yes, I told you in the last leather video that you dislike Queer Marasque because of a plastic note. Is that what it is? A plastic note? Yeah, to me, it's very synthetic. It has a synth vibe that runs through it that is just like, I feel like I'm getting pelted constantly. You ever have one of the belts on your motor come loose and it's just like flopping around on the pulley, and it's just like spanking something else in the engine? That's how I feel when I wear Queer Marasque. It's just like constantly going pew, and it's annoying. 31 Rue and Le Doulet Skis might be my favorite discoveries this year. Thank you so much, Rachel. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love hearing that. But 31 Rue is definitely beautiful. Trudeau wears Dior Sauvage. I'll bet. Hey, be careful. Be careful. My son wears Dior Sauvage, and he's a good guy. He's a good kid. So there are many fragrances that I love, but love isn't enough. Is it ever? You can replace one thing with something similar. Ooh, I'll go in deep. There are many fragrances that I love. I was talking to Rich about this yesterday, about just having so many fragrances and being very weary of the things that I'll be picking up. I keep saying that, but like the guy reminded me, I did pick up Uncut Gem. So, and I think that part of that is just Yo, I'm not sure what the hell is happening. But my apologies. What the hell is happening? Why do I hear myself twice? What the fuck? Okay, give me a moment. Let me figure this. I'm not sure what the hell happened here. It's so bizarre. So bizarre. So bizarre. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. Where do we end up? Where do we go? Pearlie's here. What's happening, Pearlie? Let's continue back. Funny, we didn't lose any viewers. I think we lost we're at 54 or 55. We party at funerals in Puerto Rico as well, celebrate their lives. Yeah, let's celebrate life, man. I don't know. People. I mean, everybody's allowed to grieve, as they wish. Shipra Palatano or Diego, that is a damn good question. How about you answer it for yourself? And somebody had asked that I do a video of this. Should I save it for a video? I do have an answer. I do. Or do you guys want to hear it now? I think I'd rather save it for a video so it's easily found. But both are great, amazing perfumes. I love both. I love this genre of fragrance. These classic leathery Chypres. Awesome. Baby Winston is having so much fun snowed in. Good family time. Take Winston outside in the snow. I mean, just for a little bit. How's Santal Majuscule in current formulation? I think Margie picked it up recently in current and she loves it. I can't stand Ombre Eternal. It has a dark, ominous vibe. Yeah, it is heavy and it is energetic. There were a couple times I wanted to vomit wearing Ombre Eternal, especially in the heart where the ambergris comes to life. It's so animalic and it took me a while to get used to it. But I remember it wretchedly turned my stomach. It is very dark. I agree. Wonder if that's why they discontinued it. I found La Doulette Skis kind of similar to Amouage Imitation Man. Am I the only one? I think Ramsey kept comparing it to one of the Amouages. I think it's Imitation as well. Does Imitation have Rose and Castoreum? Rose Patchouli Castoreum? It might be that one. I'm not familiar with Imitation Man, so I can't comment. I can't comment. Christmas and Nuit de Feu. Yeah, Nuit de Feu kind of smells like Christmas, no doubt. The Sycamore extrait was very good from someone like me who doesn't like vetiver. What don't you like about vetiver? I think vetiver is such a classic note. It's not always the easiest to wear, but it is a classic. That is a classic masculine note. It's spicy and so natural like, but don't like Sycamore EDP. I love Sycamore. I love it. I love the spiciness, the woodiness, the nuttiness, the smoky aspect, the greenness, kind of like the mulched forest floor with dry dead leaves on the ground. Trump wears Creed Royal. Does he really? Can you recommend only one from Guerlain La Matière collection series? Bois d'Harmonie, Tonka Imperial. Yeah, those are both good. Queer Beluga is like this really soft but wearable leather that has a nice modest floral accord. It's very unisex. I wouldn't consider it feminine at all. I would say Bois d'Harmonie or Tonka Imperial. Those are both great. Eugene, any holiday hints on your next fragrance? It's okay. Okay, I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you the launch date. The launch date I've decided is going to be January 24th. And the reason for that is my father's birthday. And I think the last fragrance of this collection has the potential to be one of like the great masculine fragrances. So I've associated my father with masculinity. So I'm going to save it for the 24th, and that's what I'll say for now. That's all I'll say for now. Yeah, I mean that there's some pelting going on there, buddy. No, man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm still here. It must have been like the weather playing with the internet or the Wi-Fi or some. We've actually got 3 routers through the house, so and still it's not enough juice to get all this Wi-Fi. Yo, I have no idea what's going on. I'm just gonna blame it to the weather, the internet. We're getting a lot of snow, and I just don't have any control over this. My apologies. My apologies. But now I don't remember what we were talking about. The last time I remember, we were talking about release number 3 on January 24th, and then whatever. Yeah, Rich's mishap with the purchase of a fake Sahara Noir by Tom Ford. That's what I'm wearing today. You know, I sprayed that. I sprayed that last night after I was talking to Rich, like privately, and I was like, I remember loving this at one time. Not, I don't want to say love it because I think in order to love something, you need to wear it and appreciate it and be very familiar with it. And I can't say that I wear this enough that I love it. I do like it a lot for what it is, but I'm not in tune with this. It's not something that I wear regularly. And I sprayed it yesterday and I noticed just how much sweetness was coming out of this. And yeah, I was just really surprised because the times that I did wear it, I just remember it being much drier, like dry woodier. But yesterday I was like, is that like, I don't know, caramel or something? It's like sweet cypress, vetiver, something kind of gloopy and clumpy on top, smoke, woods, spices, ambers, massive amber, patchouli, scratchy, very sharp and piercing, but that sweetness really surprised me. A video would be amazing. Yeah, we'll save it for video. We'll save it for a video. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, man. God bless you. Alan Hop, Alan, Alan Hobson. Alan Hansen says, by the way, hello, everybody, and sorry I've been so absent of late. I was recruited by a new employer and I'm in the middle of changing nursing jobs. Well, congratulations, Alan Hansen. Hope it works out for you. I love Chypre Paletin, but I found the lavender quality is not the best in my opinion. So interesting. Where's my Chypre Paletin? Here we go. Here we go. I love having access to my, look at the color of that. That's absolutely gorgeous. And I saw there was a video of Claude Marichal on YouTube with Joe sent me, and he's adamant that this has never been reformulated, and he's actually like really upset. There was a blog post saying that Chypre Paletin, the juice color is lighter. It's like half as dark as this. I saw the pictures. It's true. The juice was lighter. I'm not sure why it's lighter. Actually, Claude said that they took some coloring out of the perfume. So that's the only thing that they changed. But he swears to it that it's never been reformulated. And he would actually, in fact, if it came down to ruining, the structure of this, he would rather discontinue it than water it down. And he was quite upset with the blogger. But I don't know. I haven't smelt the lighter version, the lighter color version to compare, and I just have nothing to say. But I mean, I can definitely see how that sounds like a reformulation because you've actually taken something out of the perfume, even though it's not an ingredient that provides a smell. It's, I don't know. I don't know, man. I haven't smelt it and I just don't know enough, but just kind of sharing what I do know. But it must suck, for a brand owner to have to deal with that. Imitation Man is a mix of Antaeus and Mesia. Ooh, Big Violet. Yeah, Violet Iris. It has Castoreum, Rose, and Orris. I'll have to check it out, but I don't have access to a lot of Amouage. The designer Tom Brown has a line of very interesting vetiver-centric niche fragrances. You're very welcome. Haha, Fougere incoming. Possibly, maybe. Maybe. Odette is more romantic and human, Shakespearean than Imitation Man. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely classic. Like it has that classic vibe to it. I love Better LD than Imitation Man is very good too. Thank you. I mean, just the fact that my perfumes are being compared to Amouage it's good news. Good news. Very good news. Tongue Imperial is amazing. Queer Beluga is boring, and Angelique Noir is very similar to Don's Putty to me, but still good considering a bottle. Yeah, I actually think Angelique Noir is more interesting and better than Don's Putty. Don's Putty is nice, but it's just way too simple for the niceness. There's nothing going on there except for niceness. It's just like a straight line of elegance. There's no up or down. It's just not enough, right? Marking calendar, January 24th. It is. And then we're going to have, right after that, we're going to have Antoine on for live stream with the launch of this third perfume. Galen says, having smelled it, Eugene is 100% correct. It's insane. Yes, Galen loves it. I'll say for him. He actually, I think it's his favorite of the three. He loves it. And I can see why. I actually wore it Tuesday. I wore it Tuesday. I was like, damn. This is so damn masculine. I was like, I think the people that like, let's say, the great masculines from the past will enjoy that. What's up, Adam D? Shelly needs some comfort. So Coromandel is working well. Yeah, that's a great comfort perfume. Snowed in with our flight to Palm Spring. I'm sorry to hear that. That could be frustrating, eh? So what do you do in the meantime? How do you ease that pain? Even though there are like worse things in the world that could happen, but it's just like a disappointment that's completely out of control. Tonga Imperial turns my stomach with the almond syrupy sweetness. Queer Beluga is one of my favorites. Yeah. I see Tonka Imperial as like a modern flanker of Shalimar, if I'm completely honest. Like, with tobacco added. Tobacco, yeah, that almondy marzipan thing. Almost like a mix of Shalimar and Lure Bleu put together. Like Lure Bleu is cherry, almond, marzipan, iris, violet, Parma violets, right? Can't wait for samples of LD and BA to arrive. I'm so excited. Can't say in words how much. Awesome. Enjoy. Hope you enjoy. Man, that internet connection is not toughing the rest. Hopefully we make it. We'll be fine. And if we don't, we'll be fine. We'll be back tomorrow, We'll be okay. So, says the guy that runs out, like, his power gets disconnected every second day. Galen was talking about losing power during this snowstorm. You must live in the woods somewhere in the mountains. I don't know. Like, are you not connected to city power? What kind of grid are you on, dude? Is it coming through fine now? I don't want to find out too late. Tonka Imperial is very good. I bought it recently. Good work from Guerlain. I like Iris Torefi too. Very good Iris. That's all Canadians can afford. Is what? Dial-up? That's not true. That's hardly true at all. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is windy as can be. I lost power briefly. I'm sampling Royal Musca by M. Mikhailov. James Crowder says, Eugene, my mom recently lost her husband. I'm so sorry to hear that. James Crowder, my condolences go out to you and your mother. And last weekend before the funeral, I gave her Bellum. She loved it and wore it to the funeral. Oh, that's so touching. There is something angelic there. Yeah. That's kind of what I wanted it to be. Angelic, healing, comfort, warmth, just coziness, healing, finding self, finding gratitude, finding love, finding beauty in everything. Just being appreciative. I hope your mom's going to be okay. But that's, love is tricky, man, because at some point or another, somebody's going to suffer that pain of loss, let alone breakups. There's oftentimes you break up and then both people suffer. But even in relationships that last and they continue, one of these partners have to die first, leaving the other person behind in great pain and suffering. So love is love is full of emotions. It's a roller coaster, man. Like a beautiful roller coaster where it's here to teach us a lot of lessons. I think that's what a lot of people they kind of forget about that. They just kind of go into the pain and they feel like this pain is real and it exists, and poor them, and they're not good enough. But no, that, yes, that pain is painful, but it exists for a reason. It exists to teach you what you need to heal, what you need to do to get yourself feeling better. I love love. It's so complicated and complex and interesting and fascinating at the same time. I think it drives a lot of our experience, all of our expressions. Everything is out of love, or a lack of love. Sometimes we act out from a lack of love. But fuck, love is amazing, man. It's I think it's the reason we're here. It's so damn deep, and there's so many facets to love, to understand and appreciate, and even understand, like, the way that you love. Like, why do you love the way that you love? How did you get that? Where did you learn that? Is that the highest method of love that you're possible of? And there's a reason that word sounds so great too, right? Like love. Everybody says love, love, but so many of us understand it differently. What's the right way to love? Is there a right way to love? See, it's fucking deep. Do you love for your own selfish needs, for what you need? Do you want live love to give to you, or do you want to give love? People cry reformulation 7 times a day, and it's true half the times at best. It's ridiculous that people think brands with integrity reformulate perfumes. That's one thing I liked about Frederick Mull, was he was very forward with identifying reformulations. He said, "Yeah, of course." He didn't try and hide it. We had to. It's the industry forced him to. Diaghilev or Chypre Palatine. We're going to save that for a video, but we talked about that earlier. Diaghilev or Chypre Palatine. Listen, it's almost unfair to compare these, all right? You're talking about $1,000 perfume versus a $250 perfume. So, I mean, how are we going to argue this? How are we going to measure this? To what metric? It's not simple. It's not clean and cut. It's not, there's so many. I can pick one, and then somebody's going to say, yeah, but you just chose, like, for an example, if I choose Diaghilev, you just chose a perfume that's $800 more expensive than Cheaper Palatine and is an extrait versus, what is this? An eau de toilette, eau de parfum, right? So it gets complicated and messy, but which is better straight up? Which is better, like, priced value? Rachel says Chypre Palatine. Shelly says she's drowning her sorrow in chocolate and Bailey's. There's so much more suffering in the world. Yeah, good for you. Good for you. Good for you. And your trip, hopefully you'll be able to make up for it another time. It's incredible. My power is still on, and it's incredible. My Wi-Fi is still up, and it hasn't gone down. Where's Rich Mitch? Is he awake yet? Ringo says, if my bottle didn't come, I'll try to take it from. I'm most worried about the fact that you lost your ship. Why would you worry about that? It was just shipped like, I don't know, 5 days ago, and it's going halfway around the world. It'll show. It'll show. It will show. And it's the busiest time of the year, Ringo. Don't worry, man. Have faith. Everything always works out. If I had to, Mr. Busted, I choose both Diaghilev and Sheep Repellent. Well, there's always that option too. Yeah. I want them both. Let's get really philosophical. Love is the energy that runs the universe. Absolutely. You just said it right there. Um, yeah, perfectly said. But you need to figure that out. Everybody needs to figure that out for themselves. And it is a beautiful energy. And I think, for myself and my experience, I've had like I'm fortunate. I've been really lucky in that department, experiencing love from in different ways with different partners. And I got to say, like, my greatest understanding of love has been while I've been alone, and just really understanding like my body, the way bodies work, the way humans work, and how the heart works, and just fulfilling that space without anything else, just from its own love, filling that heart with its own love. And there are moments where it's just like overflowing. I was like, God, this is the greatest feeling in the world. I've never felt this in my entire life. It's just kind of like, and I was like, I want to give this, like, I want to give this to everybody. I want everybody to feel this. I'm like, this feels better than orgasming. It feels better than sex. It feels better than coming. Like, coming is just so short lived. It's feels great, right? But it's like, it's just kind of like a momentary thing. And sometimes, you feel good for 3, 4, 5 hours afterward. You still got that dopamine, but love is completely different. There's no comparison. Absolutely none. When that heart is full, look out, man. It's like nothing can stop you. I'm very well, Kuwait. How are you? Good to see you. Can you love if you do not have self love? Excellent question, Enrique. Properly, my answer is going to be no. It's still a version of love. It's your it's the way that you, the person that doesn't have self love, understands love, but I don't think it's the highest form of love. I don't think it's an absolute love. It's a selfish love. It is an attached love. It's almost like, I'll love you and I'll continue loving you as long as you do this for me, or as long as this happens, and you don't do these things. That's a very conditional love, and that can be taken away. But I don't think there's a higher love than self-love, because when you love yourself, it's like you want to put that energy back out into the world, and you love everything else out there. Even the people like that don't want to be loved, that don't accept love, they're not conditioned to understand love. It's like you feel sorry for them, right? And you still have compassion for them. And you're like, this guy's obviously going through something, and you can hear it in his words and the tone and the text, whatever it is. You can feel their pain, where they're coming from. And that's something that I've been able to learn with love and self-love, and understanding, where the root of my pains came from. And that's just part of the journey. Like, continuing to learn and explore and develop and even like it's almost like your job to teach that, to put that back out into the world, to show others. 99%, I think what I think is love comes from ego, then I think I don't know the feeling at all. Then I am insane. Yeah, yeah, it's very tricky. It's very tricky. Like ego love is very different than a conscious love. Like when you're separated from the ego, separated from the mind, the identity, the beliefs, the thoughts, the self, right? That's like one language of love, and then you have like the heart language, which is very different. But the best one is when the heart and the mind are connected, and then you have this path to the soul, and then you just you let the soul guide you. That's another completely insane thing. But you have to have to get that connection to the soul, you have to be very clear minded, you have to be open minded, you have to have a full heart. And the second the heart is it feels depleted, that's where I feel like I lose connection to my soul, to what drives me, to what inspires me, to the things that I love, to the things that feel right, to the truth. Daily reminder that Roja Dove is in the perfume. Yes, I guess we got to hear it every day, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Does it matter? I don't know. I still love Roja's perfumes. Not all of his perfumes. I don't really care for, the simpler things. They're just not my like Apex or his blue versions. It's just not for me, but somebody out there loves that stuff. I have both and would choose Chypre Palette 10. Really? Ooh, damn, Rachel. Can you tell us why? Have you smelled Le Petit Robe Noir? Rose, rose, rose. I'm not going to say that I remember it, but I'm very familiar with Le Petit Robe Noir. Love is a gravity that what holds everything together. I think there's definitely a magnetic force that brings us all together, that kind of our souls speak to each other through. I mean, how are you? I hope you're fine. I have a question. Did Guerlain change the formula of Lupin Voyou and Le Frenchie in the new bottle? Not that I know of. I don't know. But I smelt Lupin Voyou the other day with my kids. I was showing them like higher quality perfumes, more interesting things. And I thought Frenchie, they might like Frenchie because there's a fresh element to it, but it's also like a niche version of fresh perfumes. And it smelled fine to me. It smelled great. I want to play devil's advocate regarding love as the energy that runs the universe, but I can't find a way to do it. Maybe there just isn't, but listen, if you want to find a way, you're going to find a way. And the devil, right? I don't really believe that there is a devil, like this red dude with horns and the tail and all that shit. But I also don't believe there's a man in the sky with a white beard that's looking down at us and judging us either, right? But to me, the devil just kind of means like your mind, your thoughts, your fears, the narrative that you are scripting in your head. That could be considered the devil, right? Ego is the devil. Ego running your programming and what it's saying to you. Love a devil's advocate, Alan. See, it's love. Daily medical discoveries wearing Arabian horse today by Pierre Guillaume. Hi there, Eugene. I don't know it, but what's happening, man? Joy comes from inside. Unfortunately, people can't make us happy unless we have that inside of us. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that eventually will come out. That fear will come out. Listen here, Kevin. Listen. Lord have mercy on us. Who gave this Balkan Budala an Eckhart Tolle book? I like Eckhart. Everybody should give Eckhart a reading. I've only read one of his books. Good book. Made a lot of interesting points. The one that really stood out to me is when he got up at 3 a.m. and he was like something about he said to himself something like, "I hate myself so much," and then he's like, "Wait, what did I say? Like I and myself. Like which one am I? Who's talking to who? I hate my life or myself so much." He's like, "I just said I and myself. Like which one is talking to who? You know?" And I was like, "Oh, really interesting." So it's all like what you believe. True love is exchanging passion. Still got to, I'm still looking to dose. I definitely want to try dosing shrooms. I don't know where to get shrooms though. I'm not, I feel kind of funny like ordering them to the house. Love for me is the one necessary way to discover sincerity. That's why I love Perfume too. You can be in love without having a partner, and that's something that I've discovered this year. That's something that's come true for me this year. I felt very empty and lonely, and I've always usually had somebody around, but like just practicing self-love, practicing the words that I use, the language that I use on myself, and the things that I do. Like I do things that make me happy, and I find myself filling my time with the things that I love. And you can be alone and be happy. You can be alone and be in love, right? You don't need to. I don't know. I find like I don't need to be within a relationship or be with a partner in order to fill that void. I've felt like I've had these voids my whole life, but I'm filling them with simpler things. What's up, Rudy? Good seeing you, man. Says Rudy says, "Hey, Eugene, stopping in to say hello and happy holidays. A man can fall in love with the idea of love, but a man should never fall in love with a woman. It makes them vulnerable. It makes them do dumb things." Rudy, is that a loaded comment? A man can fall in love with the idea of love. Dude, love is the greatest thing in the world. There's nothing beats love. You're never gonna find something that tops love. And if you do, it's a false sense. I don't believe there is a greater reason to living than love, and everybody should learn this. Yeah, but men do things. They do dumb things. I think men have it tougher in today's society than women. I really believe this. I think women have more options than ever before, and women. I know I'm going to get in trouble saying this. Women today, I think they're more interested in wanting to be wanted than actually want to be in a relationship. Like I feel like they more enjoy the chase, and then once they get familiar, they're like off to the next thing, because you got many more men chasing women than you have women chasing men. And yeah, part of that is just me observing my own relationships, my own experiences. I remember the last time I was single. So I was in a 10-year relationship with M. And before that was single for a year. And before that, I was in a 10-year relationship. And in that 1 year, that this was way before there were dating apps out there back then. But in that 1 year, I had no problem getting a date. I would easily get two phone numbers a week. I would go into Walmart and come out with phone numbers. Wherever I went, I would meet women. Women were more open. They were talkative. They were engaging. Even on the street, right? It would be no problem to meet a woman and open up and have a conversation with. Today, it's not like that. They won't even make eye contact. Nobody will make eye contact. You're going through the mall. You're going wherever you are. People are not making eye contact. They're just looking down. They're looking down at their feet. They're looking down at their phones. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but we're in a completely different time than just 10 years ago as far as relationships go. yo, Hills, I'm not sure if that's what Rudy was implying, but hey, I don't want to speak for him, but I don't think it was. Pedestals are for sitting. Yo, Hills. Eugene, maybe the marketing for Les Ups today is perfume therapy for the soul. Yeah, yeah. Souls are beautiful, and we need to shine a light on the souls. Y'all need to find your souls. That's what I'm saying. Find your inspiration, and it's a beautiful place. You know, heal yourself, find your soul. Yeah, God is love in the honest, purest form. That's simply what it is. God is love. It's like God is simply the thing that fills your heart. But it's much more. God is like much more than just that. God is just like this present moment that we're observing that's constantly flowing into the next moment. That's my understanding of God, is just this moment and the energy that flows through it, that flows through all of us. That one simple, not simple, that one single energy that flows through the entire universe. That's my understanding of God. The creator of all life, the creator of us. We're an extension of God. God is us. Everything here is God. Everything here is God given, God made. We didn't make anything. Like, we didn't make any of this stuff. It was all given to us. Yes, the materials for this cup, us humans have created this, but the materials for it was given. Like, we had to ore it out somewhere. You know, we found it, but we didn't create this. What did we create this from? What about all the oils and the perfumes? We didn't create the oils. It's all given to us. We didn't create ourselves. I'm not responsible for I didn't make me. Yeah, my mom made me, but who made her? Her mom. And who made her? It's like everything comes from God. Everything is God. Even the stuff that I eat. I didn't make the stuff that I eat. It was all provided to us by the land. Who created the land? Well, all right. So Flava Sauce wants to know if anyone's familiar with the Parfum de Empire. As I'm not familiar with it. Let them know. Rudy, how you gonna get it over here, bud? Spaced Out says Louis Vuitton fragrances worth trying. I see Ombre Nomad in imagination. If you like Ombre Nomad, that's the rose oud. It's a big, powerful rose oud perfume. If you like that sort of thing, if you like Armani Privé's Rose d'Arabie, this is like Rose d'Arabie intense version. You are not alone. You have us. Yeah. Here's the thing. Even though I am like by myself, single, and not in a relation, I don't feel lonely. You know, I feel full. I feel complete. I feel content, and that's what I want. I don't want to chase happiness. Chasing happiness is a chore and a job, and it's hard fucking work. I don't ever want to. I just want to be content, and that's what I am right now. Humble states, I love your avatar. By the way, shrooms are amazing. How do Eugene? Dude, don't tease me. You know, don't tease me. I really want to try. Like, I just want to see what it feels to be completely separate from the ego. You have to be complete without anyone else. Yeah, that's the best feeling in the world. And then when you find somebody with the similar energy, the similar vibration, and you come together, that's got to be the most beautiful thing in the entire world, right? But when you take two broken people that are lost, and they don't have love in their hearts, and they don't understand how to show love, it's a recipe for disaster. And that's what I've been dealing with my whole entire life, right? You know, I had two great parents, beautiful parents that loved me as much as they humanly possibly could, and tried to do what they knew as love. But you know, they were obviously shown the same sort of love, and my understanding of love now, and the way I was taught to love are very completely different. And you know, I try to show that to my children now, and I love spending time with them. Like, I kind of have some regrets, you know, and I can't change that, the way I raise my children. I feel like sometimes I was absent. I was kind of like, you know, I was there physically. I was always with them, but I was absent minded. I was in my own world, like in fear, in my narrative, in past thoughts of the past, and things that I was afraid of. So I wasn't able to be there for them, like a supporting father. But I've noticed that, and I've been able to correct that. So now that I spend time with them, I show them, instead of having to tell them, I show them with my actions. So even though I kind of regret not being able to be there for them when they were younger, I can change that by being there for them now and showing them. From a romantic interest angle, constantly, I'm never sure of my feelings. If they aren't real, I don't want to burden the other person if I'm not coming from the right place. Well, yeah, your feelings are real, but depends on what you're feeling and what's triggering them and where they're coming from. Like if you have bad feelings, get familiar with them, get comfortable with them, realize what they're trying to say to you, realize where they came from, and realize what the trigger is, so you become familiar with it. Yes. I've said this in the past too. You complete me, because I didn't understand it. When you say you complete me, it means you're not full on your own. There's something missing, And you're spot on, Moose 31. You complete me. That is not something I want to hear from a partner. You complete me. I want you to be full on your own. I want you to come with an open heart. I want you to come with a full heart. Perfume completes me. I love Perfume, man. That's what I love. But Rudy says, but I do love LDE. Me too, Rudy. I love LDE too, buddy. And I love you too, Rudy. I got a lot of time for Rudy. Edgar says, preach, Eugene. No, I don't want to preach. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a religious type. My parents are deeply religious, but I got things with religion and politics, and I just got I got like weird things against things. I don't want to get into it. Lily says, I just want somebody to be comfortable in my silence as well. Yeah, that's a part of it. You got to be comfortable, but you also have to be able to have that conversation, that hard talk, the things that are bothering you. That's very important. Honesty and truth are very important. If you don't have that, you're doomed, and it goes back to having that open portal to your soul. When you're not happy and when you're not open and truthful, you lose that portal, you lose that connection. And that's not something I ever want to lose for another person, because it's all you have. Your soul connection is all you have, and it's much more, that connection to your soul is much more important than any relationship you're going to have outside of yourself. They're not looking up because they know somebody in here is smelling like a leather oud. What? For a few minutes. You want to come on? Hang on. Listen, you can come on, but I got to go at 3 because Rich is going to be streaming with Yura, and I want them to have their space. Here you go, buddy. All my little sisters and her friends say men don't even approach them or try to flirt anything, really. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if this is going to have effect on our population, men. Like, if people aren't dating and they're not having sex and they're not having children, what the hell's happening here? What's waiting for us? Eugene is a top G. My kids say that word a lot too, top G. They like Andrew Tate. They watch Tate. Cave on. It's more fun when the chasing is from both sides. Well, here's the thing. I have an avoidant attachment style. So as soon as somebody starts to become clingy, it's a big turnoff for me. And I don't know how to deal with that. Like, I was just, when I mean clingy, I mean like all up in my space and shit. Well, obviously, if I'm into the person, I want them to be kind of clingy. But I was at the gym the other day, and I'm open to conversation, but I'm in the hot tub, and this guy starts talking to me about his job, and at first, I'm like, I'm paying attention, right? And I'm just being nice and observant, and I'm acknowledging that he's speaking to me and that I'm listening. But then he keeps going on and on and on, and I'm like, holy fucking broken record, dude! Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to enjoy myself in peace and quiet. I don't really care why you got fired. I'm sorry that you got fired, but after 15 minutes, he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. It's driving me insane. So I had to excuse myself. And that's what I mean by like too much, especially when I don't know. I just didn't feel like I was open to engagement in this conversation. Women play games, just love money. Um, I think both sides play games, Rudy. Some women, some men. Yeah. It's tricky. It's tricky, dude. I wouldn't say all women play games. Well, it wouldn't be the first time you sent something over illegally. So, yeah, sure. Let's. What can you do? I mean, but just don't overdo it. I don't want to overdose. I just want like a little micro dose, man. Kevin says, "Why you need a mule?" Has anyone here tried shrooms, and how did it feel? Kevin's Kevin's always looking to make a buck, eh? Kevin's looking for his commission. 30% broker fee. Damn, that's more than UPS, bro. Flavus Haas says, I'm sorry you've been hurt, Rudy. Don't give up. You deserve a true love, and it does exist. It does. It does. But start by loving yourself. Start by doing the things that make you happy. And then you find somebody that supports that happiness. It's been over a year. I wear Habit Rouge on his death anniversary and birthday and just cry under my heavy quilt. Rest in peace, Norm. Who's Norm? Who's Twitch? Who the fuck is Twitch? And why are so many people upset that Twitch died? Who is Twitch? I just heard of Twitch the first time like 2 days ago. I was like, who the hell is Twitch? Portland had a shroom store operating for a month or so. Cops didn't show up until the news brought it to everyone's attention. It's Portland, man. Defund the cops. They just defund the police. Mushroom is fantastic. Try the Mexican one. Being good company is helping. You have to be a balanced person. I imagine you should probably have like a safe person with you at the time. What does the perfume mean to you? What does it do to you? Perfume just opens up, emotions and feelings in me in ways that I wouldn't be able to observe those feelings or emotions unless I was wearing that perfume. It's like, what do I get similar things when I listen to the opera. I started listening to opera music recently, and I sit here, and opera is even more emotional than perfume, way more emotional. I can feel like the movements in my body and my gut. And it's just like, just these beautiful sounds that I'm not even kidding. It brings my soul to life. Like I feel my soul is dancing to this stuff. Like this is damn incredible. So perfume is it's like music. When they listen to music, losing the connection here. That's it, Rudy. Rudy knows the game. I've never been hurt. I just know the game. There you go, man. Take care. You listen. You got to take care of your heart. You don't give your heart to just anybody, okay? And if you're not sure, you're better off saving it for yourself. You got to protect that shit because it can be delicate and sensitive. if you don't know how to take care of it. So I wouldn't give my heart to just anybody, man. Not for money, not for sex, not for anything unless you're sure. You after some shit talking. I know a guy who knows a guy. I don't know any guys. Any guys. I'm not even kidding. I don't know any guys for anything. I'm so sheltered in some aspects of life. I am almost certain Shaper Palatine is reformulated. If not, something has happened because my 2020 batch lasted 30 minutes on me and then dead ass disappeared. Really? Dude, does somebody have the newer batch that they can send me 1 or 2 mil? I'd love to try this just to see, to compare. Maybe from like a bottle that's halfway used, not a brand new bottle. I want something that's had air in it for a while to compare. Rudy, yeah, I don't miss dating at all. Been happily married for 14 years. Not all easy, but so satisfying. Yeah, when you find that perfect partner, it's great. I really like Les Indemnitable's slogan, perfumery. Perfume is a supplementary soul. It's bold. I didn't know that was their slogan, but that's a good one. I like that. No dating and no sex means more time for live streams. Hey, you make time for the things that are important. And if your relationships are important, you make time for them. If sex is important, then you make a couple of minutes spare for sex, right? If it's live streaming, then you set aside a couple of hours for live streaming. And then somebody asks, like, why do you spend more time live streaming than, foreplay? And then you got to answer that. And then the ball starts rolling again. Man, look, you don't need a woman in your life to be happy. Believe me, happiness is inside of yourself. Yeah, that could be said for anybody, for man or woman. Happiness starts from the center and works out. You got to look inside and find it. But when two people both love themselves and come together, it's great, man. Pride and ego get in the way. Don't they? I think ego gets in the way of everything. Friendships, relationships. Uh, it's the cause of all the fucking problems in your life is ego, man. Figure out the ego and you figure out every single problem. You figure out why you can't sleep at night. You figure out why you have a cocaine addiction, why you drink so much coffee, why you jerk off so much, why you can't get up in the morning. It's all ego. It's some form of ego. I microdosed during early panini, and it really helped with what's panini? What does panini mean? Is it like pandemic? My daughter moved out and her shrooms are still in my fridge. Well, if you live in Canada, send them over. Norm McDonald, Twitch Mitch. Opera, the music might move your heart, but the lyrics are for sure. Well, that's the thing. I don't understand a single word they're saying. They're all in some weird language, right? So it doesn't matter what. I guess it doesn't matter, but it's not even the words. It's the way they, it's the tone and the energy used and the pitch. And I think that matters more. It's almost like you can almost make sense of what they're saying, even though you don't understand the language, just by the sound of it. I love your Perfume as music posts on Instagram. Thank you. I appreciate that. The danger with magic mushrooms is that the amount of psilocybin isn't quantifiable. I agree. Wouldn't give myself any capacity just to anyone. I have to be short, slow to trust. I wonder if it's being overly protective. No, it's just protecting your space and knowing what you want. There's nothing wrong with that. Give yourself away and then you're asking for trouble. Listen to modern classical. I find it so soothing for anxiety and stress. Yeah, it's very soothing, very comforting. Sex is overrated. Does anyone agree? What's up, Afonso? Hi, Anna. Hello and happy holidays. What's up? How are you? Good to see you. Sometimes you need... Dude, hugs are so powerful, man. You got to be completely lost if you don't feel the energy in a hug. And you can sense somebody's energy, and if they're pulling away from a hug, there is a bad vibe there. But hugs, you can feel the energy going between the hearts. If the hearts are full, nothing is more powerful than that. And nothing is more powerful than the energy that this next guest is going to come in with. I can feel it already through the screen, the monitor. I can feel the love. I can feel the intensity. I can feel the passion. I can feel Money Burner is here. You didn't shave. You want to touch?
It's the mole connection.
It is. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel you coming inside of me.
Well, this is just what mold brothers do.
This is what the universe asked for. What's up, buddy?
What's up with you?
Just chilling here. I'm going to do a stream, and then I got a bunch of chores to do afterwards. So,
what kind of chores you got?
Got to do some like finish Christmas shopping and get some stuff for the boys and
stuff for the boys, huh?
Yeah.
Do they have Serbian names or Portuguese names or just generic names?
So the oldest is Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
The second is Nicholas.
Danilo.
My grandfather was Danilo.
Yeah. And Nicola?
Nicola.
Yeah.
And the third is Luca. Like Luca Turin. My middle name is Luca. And my other grandfather was Luca.
Okay.
So I have one grandfather Danilo, one grandfather Luca.
My grandfather's name was Ali.
Ali?
No, don't say Ali. Ali.
Ali.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Ali and Ali?
It's like, that's just the Canadian way of saying Ali.
Okay.
But it's just like, I don't know why people don't get the intonations right with like foreign names. Like you can say all the letters, you can pronounce it, but it's just the intonation, right? So like for someone to say Iran or Iran, there isn't much difference. There's no challenge. But people choose to say Iran, but it's Iran. Right?
Are you there?
Yeah, sorry, it just froze.
I think it's my Wi-Fi is acting up again.
It's
so I remember. Yeah, the mole connection will keep us going.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember talking to you the other night and saying that I'm drawn to Persian people. I have a connection to Persian, and I was thinking about, like, after the stream, I was thinking about that. I was like, why did I say that? Why do I have this feeling of connectedness to Persian people? And then I realized, like, I remember hearing so many times throughout history that Croatians are descendants of Persia.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard that?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a theory, right? It's not proven, but it's a theory.
Right.
But I dare not ever speak of that in front of any of my Croatian friends because I'm out of fear I might get massacred.
They'll get offended for some reason because they think they're like pure, straight from God, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. People are weird. And they get offended by the dumbest things too, right?
Yeah, but my grandfather's name was Ali.
Ali?
Yeah, and my dad's name is Hushang.
Hushank?
Hushang with a G.
Hushang.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it sounds more Japanese than Persian to me.
Well, it could. Depends on how you say it. So
Hushang.
what do you call your dad? You don't call him Hushang, do you?
No, I call him Baba.
Baba.
Yeah.
Baba here means grandmother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I also and then I call my mother Maman.
Maman?
Yeah, like people sometimes call their mother's mama, but that's some like little boy stuff. Like I used to call her mama till I was like 9. Then I heard my older cousins calling their mom Maman, and I'm like, well, that sounds more mature. So I started calling her Mama.
Mama. Yeah,
Mama.
I call my mom Baba too.
Mm.
Sometimes Mama, sometimes Baba, one or the other, but
Do they ever call you like Baba? Like, does your mom ever call you Baba?
never. No.
Because
Huge. She calls me huge.
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 When my girlfriend saw you, she's like, "Oh my god, this is such a typical Streetsville Croat." I was
Really,
like,
eh?
I was like, "Really? What's a Streetsville Croat?" And she's like, "Oh, they're just like party boys."
Yo, I'm a Streetsville Croat.
I know.
I hung out in Streetsville. Like that my glory days were in Streetsville.
There you go. She was right.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
And you know what else is crazy is you two share the same birthday.
That's mental. What year was you born?
1990.
Oh, I'm much older. Fucking, I can be your father.
Yeah, you could be my dad.
Yeah, but Streetsville, Croatia is dead. Like it doesn't exist. Now, Streetsville is a small part of it's a small village in the city that I live in, and it's all Lebanese, Arabic, Iraqi.
Mm-hmm.
So it used to be like a hot spot for Croatian culture. They
Yeah.
would have restaurants, clubs, diners. There were cafes. And I don't know what happened. Like one by one, they started closing shop. And with the influx of immigration, that's where the Middle Eastern people have taken up camp.
I think you all went to Kitchener.
Well, but I think that place, Kitchener's still hopping as far as like Croatian cultural events go, but it's completely dead here.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I'm going to Mikadem tonight.
That's not far from, that's just like down the road. I work right 2 streets over.
Yeah, well, it's an industrial area, right?
Yeah, you go for Cevape, Rajnice.
Yeah, some Karadžorđeva.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Well, if you're around tonight, come by.
It's good. I got my boys tonight, man.
Oh, okay.
What time will you be there?
Oh, all night until like they close, like 2, 3 in the morning.
They got dancing there, right?
Yeah, they have a live music.
Are they the type that lock their doors after 2 a.m. and then you got to come in through the back and they still serve you booze till like 6, 7?
No, it's a family place, man. It's all guys your age, actually.
Right.
Like
that's how the Croatian bars used to be here.
Mm-hmm.
So at 2 a.m. they would lock the doors because police drive by, and everybody knows the back door. You come in through the back door. You'd hang out till sunrise, drink like a fish, dance, party all night, right? Smoke a lot of whatever, and just have fun. And it's the same thing that they would do back home. But back home, they don't have those.
The kafanskas?
Yeah. Back home, there's no closing. There's no last call. There's no curfew. You drink until you can't drink anymore. That's literally the law.
Yeah.
and they've brought that culture over here, and they don't follow Canadian law. They just lock the door.
Well, this place, you know how it is. It's so far deep in the parking lot, and it's an industrial unit with no sign. So I don't even think anyone knows it's a restaurant.
Yeah.
But no, it's I'm going to be there till late, celebrating her birthday. So come anytime.
All right, I'll check it out. I'll try and get out. That would be
it's close to your house after you drop off the kids, because they're not going to stay with you, right? They're going to go to their moms.
No, they're going to stay here.
Oh, but they're older. They don't want to be with you all night, man. They're like,
They
Dad,
might
get the hell
just
out of
love
here.
me, man. I'm like their older brother,
So
eh?
then bring them too.
I don't know if they'll have that kind of fun.
No, I don't
That's
think they'll
fun
do
for
that.
me because I
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
I know that culture. They
Mhm.
don't know that. They
Mhm.
haven't been a part of that.
Maybe this is a chance to introduce them to it.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Man, I'm 33, and
How,
I'm like, and
how
I
did you meet your girlfriend?
Tinder,
How long you guys been together?
just over a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything's great?
It's fucking terrible, man.
That's a whole purpose of relationships is to fight and figure out what you're
No, we
eating.
don't. We don't actually don't fight at all. And then we just came back from Cancun like 3 days ago.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
I heard, or how do I know that you were in Cancun? I know.
You know why you know?
Because you told me?
No, because you're watching me.
Where was I watching you?
Dude, where do you think you got everyone watching? You think this is original Eugene? I'm the original Eugene.
I don't even exist.
I started the microfiber. I had the mole. I had the black shirt.
Yeah, I love this. Keep going. Where are we off to?
You know, listen, when I first met Eugene, you know what he was wearing? He was wearing Cool Water, Aqua di Gio. He was wearing Eternity. He smelled good. Now, I was the one who was like, hey, have you ever heard of Iris? It's a great note. You ever heard of Rose? What about Leather? Civet? Musk? Animalic Accords? And he's like, oh, Kevin, what is this crap you're smelling? I'm like, no, Eugene, you need to be more, have an ethereal sense of self, and you need to look deep within your soul and then destroy your
Dude, perfume can teach you so much about life, man.
Like what? Okay, actually, what's one lesson you've learned through perfume?
I learned about my addictions from perfume.
What's your addiction to perfume?
Yeah, you can be addicted to perfume, to
Yeah.
consumption. You could be addicted to consumption,
Yeah.
to consuming.
Mhm.
I found that I was consuming perfume, but I could never figure out why. Like it just wasn't obvious to me.
I had to kind of train myself to not want things. I had to like when I was doing martial arts as a teenager, I remember I was like looking at something in front of the master and he was like, stop wanting things, just like, and then my dad also is like that. And he's my role model. So he just never bought anything for himself. He's never bought a thing. I was telling Aram last night, like, he's never bought a thing. Like, he doesn't buy a cup of coffee. When I used to work with him back in the day, he used to go and we used to work from like 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. And I'm starving. I'm like, Bubba, let's go eat something. He's like, what? Eat? Why are you thinking about your stomach? Men don't think about their stomach. Men work. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. So he doesn't buy anything.
Yeah.
So
my dad's the exact same way.
So my girlfriend says, like, you're the hardest person in the world to buy gifts for because you don't like anything. And like the best gifts she's ever bought me are like she bought me this bag.
Yeah.
This is a great gift. She bought me like what was the other thing she got? Something very useful. I can't remember whether she gets me things that I use.
Yeah.
Like
she knows you. She knows you.
Yeah.
Sorry, my dad's the same way. The guy would never spend $3 on a coffee, right?
Yeah.
Ever. He'll make them at home all day, but he'd never go and buy a coffee.
Do you ever want to like give up your addiction to perfume?
No, I need something to fill my life. Like you can't just do nothing. You need, like, I like having a purpose and something that fills me. And I get that from perfume, It doesn't mean I need to buy perfume every single day to have that, that centeredness. But what are you going to do with your time? How are you going to enjoy your life? Just work? You can fill that time with just working, but does working fill you? Like,
No,
does it fill your
what I do
soul?
now, no, not at all. Doesn't feel
No.
anything.
Yeah,
It's
I
bullshit.
felt the same way, like, from
Yeah.
my job. There was a time I loved my job, but in the last while, I was like, I was working 60, 70, 80, 90 hours a week, and it was because I was empty and I was soulless, and that is what filled me. I got seen for working. That's kind of what I was known for. And now being like close to 50, I'm tired, man.
But you look good, man. You don't look like you're close to 50.
Thanks, man.
And you look better now than ever on YouTube. In the years that I've seen you, you look better now than ever.
Dude, I feel better. My mind is so clear. Like, my body, I feel healthy. I don't take any medicine ever. Sometimes I'll get a headache and I'll take like an Advil or something, but that's like, I don't take any blood thinners or depression medication or any of that stuff. I don't feel like I need it. I feel like I'm healthy. I feel
Mhm.
really healthy. My mind feels very clear. It's very positive. It knows what it wants. And my body just feels the same way. It feels great. I feel very centered and aligned. And I've never felt this way in my entire life, but it took a lot of work, a lot of being alone, and to figure that shit out for myself.
Yeah, being alone is kind of a interesting experience, isn't it? Like when I lived in Calgary for a couple of years, I was so miserable there, in the beginning especially. So I didn't want to make any friends. So I got really good at being by myself, like just going home after I would finish my work and just being alone and doing things alone, eating alone, going out alone. And it wasn't that there was a shortage of people who wanted to be my friend. It's just like I just didn't want to because I wasn't in that space. And then after a while, I got used to it. And to this day, I've taken like the best part of the lessons I could take from that with me. So I'm a lot better at being alone now than I was before I went.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
takes practice, right?
It takes practice. Yeah.
Because when you're in the mind, like when you let your mind run your life, you're constantly looking for something. You're constantly thinking about something. You can't be alone. It's hard to just enjoy the moment for what it is. You're looking for some sort of pleasure. You're looking to fill. You're trying to feel good about yourself. You want to avoid that feeling of loneliness, but it's only lonely when you think of it as lonely, right?
Yes.
Because you're feeling lonely.
But at the
But
same time, Eugene, men can expire. And if you spend too much time alone and being good at being alone, it
yeah,
becomes very hard to
yeah,
reintegrate yourself into friendships, romantic relationships, all of that.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
understand that. But is there something wrong with that? Because I think the people that you allow into your life, like people that are in your circle, have great influence on you, whether you believe it or not,
Of
especially
course they
like
do.
subconsciously, the things they say, once you hear it, it's already in your head. And
Without
you,
words,
you
their
can't
energy
eject
affects you.
that.
Without words, their energy affects you.
That's
Just
right.
through osmosis, you absorb. Ah, yes, Bilbo's here.
Listen, guys, we
Now
got
it's
10 minutes. We got 10, no, we got 9 minutes before Rich
9
Rich goes
minutes.
on. So, listen, Kevin, like the last time you and Margie came on, I got so many comments. I got so many
Yeah.
private messages saying they loved that stream
Oh,
and they
wow.
really enjoyed it. Yeah. And it's like, go back and read the comments. They're
Okay.
there for everybody to see. People really enjoyed you and Margie, and I enjoyed the stream as well. It was just open, and even Bilbo was here. Bilbo
Bilbo.
added to that as
But
well.
I wanted to say, seriously, Eugene, it's different for you because you have kids.
What is
So,
different? Different.
no, we were talking about like men expiring and if that's so bad. Well, for you, it's not.
That's to my benefit because I have kids and I'm allowed to be
Exactly.
alone in peace. Yeah, I
Exactly.
agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If I didn't have kids, I like kids are
The
their
whole point of
priority for
life.
me. Yeah, yeah. Like I get that. I totally understand what you're saying. I have kids and I have the ability to choose one. What my standards are. Just
I
for the
didn't
sake
hear
of having
anything you
children.
said, bro. You broke up. No, I don't think anyone heard you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. No, but yeah, I agree. I was saying, like, if I didn't have kids, I would be out there hunting, right? A partner, a mate, in order to have kids. And there's a possibility that I would choose something that is less than what I would want for the sake of having children, right?
Yeah, now it's like it's not out of need for that. It's just you have this privilege. It's like shopping when you're after you've eaten. You don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry.
That's right. Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. So what do you want to have kids?
This is the whole point of my life. I just want to be a good dad.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't want anything else. I can't imagine. I can't wait to have kids. And I told my girlfriend, I said, listen, if I get you pregnant, don't even worry about it. Like, just
go with it.
Just go with it. It's fine. Don't worry. I'll marry you. It'll be okay. Just have it. But I've been ready for kids for a long time. This connection is bad. At least he's smiling. Well, can you guys hear me? Or am I frozen too? Is it just Eugene frozen, or am I frozen as well? Thanks, Hills. Well, I guess it's me now. It's now good thing the fake Eugene left. Now the real Eugene is here. Make sure you go to lesabstraits.com. Use the code FREESHIP for free shipping. Les Douleurs Exquise was my initial release. I bottled all the pain and trauma of my life for you to enjoy. And now I have a new fragrance called Belle Âme. It's an iris-based fragrance. And what it really is, it's my sexuality. And in that sense, it's very fluid. And I want you to enjoy it. I want you to spray it all over your chest, just your chest, your hands, your face, get it in your hair. Just, Belle Âme. Use code FREESHIP for free shipping. It's a beautiful fragrance. I see we have Anuj in the chat. Anuj, enchanteperfumes.com, enchanteperfumes.com, enchanteperfumes.com. All your vintage and discontinued fragrances, please go to enchanteperfumes.com, enchanteperfumes.com, enchante. Oh, there you are. I was just trying to hold it down for you, man.
You're doing great, buddy.
Thank you.
You're doing awesome, man. When I go on vacation, I'll give you the passcode to run the.
Oh yeah. You'll come back to no subscribers.
You take over, man. Take over. You're doing great. Yeah. Use code FREESHIP at lesupstoday.com for free shipping from now until Christmas. Perfume number 3 is launching January 24th, and it's going to be the greatest masculine of all time. You will see.
Does it have rose?
It does not have rose.
Does it have any florals?
It does have florals. They're not dominant, though.
Okay. Maybe I'll like it. Maybe I'll wear it.
It's woods and smoke. I think it's going to be too niche for you, to be honest.
Yeah.
I kind of have an idea of what your tastes are like, but I know somebody that's going to love it. Right there. I know a bunch of people that are going to love it. Huh?
Ramsey?
Ramsey's going to love it, yeah.
Ramsey's a great guy.
He is. He's got a beautiful soul.
He's got a beautiful lot of things. And I mean, I've seen quite a bit of him. And I got to tell you, I'm impressed.
Yeah, great character. Great human being. Good
I don't
friend.
know about his character and his. I'll tell you something. He revealed himself to me, and it was exciting. It was thrilling. It was marvelous.
Save it for backstage. I'm going to cut this because Rich is going to go live in 3 minutes. Guys, go check out Rich, Mitch, and Your Rose. And I'm going to go and do some chores and stuff. But guys, thank you so much. Kevin, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking over. Thank you for being me. Thank you for...
We are all you.
There's nobody else here but me.
It's just you.
It was always me.
Let's touch it before we leave.
Soulmates.
Molemates. Molemates.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're muted, man.
I know. I'm trying to have a conversation. All right, everybody. Have a good night. I mean, a good day wherever you are in the world.
Later, bro.